Habla.
Boleh camina allí.
Boleh. Eulogy.
Where va taking part of the grad. No, we went inside, baby. I turn it. You put on the go inside. You put on the go inside there. Come here. Inside, baby.
You want me inside?
Yeah. Go ahead. Let's see what you like.
Boleh helpful. Helpful.
Entonces, ¿cómo le like? You like?
Digo?
You like where like upstairs?
Yeah. Very cool.
Simulose Vrindavan Bihalilal ki. Let's all kindly stand. As we of course prepare ourselves to conduct the Anteshri Sanskar, what is known as the funeral ceremony of my brother. So we put our hands together, we close our eyes, we bow our heads in prayer, together with the family of this home and of course the relatives of Allan. We pray together as we pray to Bhagavan Krishna as we start this ceremony here this morning. Hari Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namo Namah. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Apavitra Pavitro Va Sarvavastangato Pivahaya Smane Pundarikaksha Savayajham Taraha Suchi. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namo Namah. Om Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Manata Shunimantu Divyestavaj Vedai Sankapadakram Upadishitai Gayanti Yam Samaga Dhyana Vashtit Tattatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yasyantam Navinu Sura Suragana Devaya Tasmai Namo Namah. Om वासुदेवसुतं देवं कंसुचारुणमर्जुना देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नमो नमः ॐ विष्णुन श्री पुराण पुरुषोत्तमस्य द्वितीया पुराणे श्री श्वेतवारकल्पे अष्टाविंशतमे कलियुगे कलपतं चरणे भूलोके जम्बूद्वीपे चन्द्रादेशस्य संप्लिक्याग्रस्य अमोक ग्रामे से अमोक कायने अमोक मासे अमोक पक्षे अमोक तिथो अमोक वारे अमोक नक्षत्र अमोक योगे अमोक कर्णे अमोक सूर्य भगवान चंद्रमा भगवान राशि स्थिते शांकशेषु ग्रहेषु यथा राशि स्थानशेषु अमोकोतस्य कश्यपूतस्य अमोक नामः सेरिनी of your father say his name say father name अमोक प्रेतस्य अंत्येषु संस्कार अहम करिष्ये and everybody say Om Shri Shri Krishna Krishna Arpana. That's all the flowers in the box for us and bow. Take your seats. हरि ओम श्री गणेशाय नमो नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नमो नमः ओम यम ब्रह्मा वर्णेन्द्र सुंदरदिव्य सवै वेदै सांगवरक्षमोपदिशदय गायन्ति यम सामगात् ध्यानावष्टिं तत्कतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यम योगिनो यस्यांता विनुसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमो नमः ओम शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिभिर्गानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुभवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथं ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ अमोघोतस्य अमोघ्रीतस्य अमृतस्थाने शिवनिमित्तं स्थानं मया धियतेतोपतिष्ठताम् ओम अमोघोतस्य अमोघप्रेतस्य मृतस्थाने शिवनिमित्तं स्थानं मया धियतेतोपतिष्ठताम् ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नमो नमः ओम अमोघोतस्य अमोघप्रेतस्य मृतस्थाने शिवनिमित्तं स्थानं मया धियतेतोपतिष्ठताम् ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नमो नमः नारायणाय कृष्णाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नमो नमः श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा हरि ओम ओम अमोघोतस्य अमोघप्रेतस्य मृतस्थाने शिवनिमित्तं गन्धं मया धियतेतोपतिष्ठताम् नारायणाय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः ओम अमोघोतस्य अमोघप्रेतस्य मृतस्थाने शिवनिमित्तं गन्धं मया धियतेतोपतिष्ठताम् नारायणाय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः ओम कस्तूरी तिलकं ललाटपटले वक्षस्थले कौस्तुभं नासाग्रे वरमौक्तिकं करतले रेणुकरिकङ्कणम् सर्वांगे हरिचंदनं शूललितं कंते च मुक्तावली गोपस्त्रे परिवेष्टितो भजयते गोपालचूडामणिम् ओम करारविन्देन पदारविन्दं मुखारविन्दे विनिवेशयन्तं वतस्य पतस्य पुतेशयानां बालं मुकुन्द मनसा स्मरामि ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नमो नमः ओम अमोघोतस्य अमोघप्रेतस्य मृतस्थाने शिवनिमित्तं गन्धं मया धियतेतोपतिष्ठतां नारायणाय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नमो नमः ओम श्री अमोघोतस्य अमोघप्रेतस्य मृतस्थाने शिवनिमित्तं धूपं मया धियतेतोपतिष्ठतां नारायणाय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः ओम अमोघोतस्य अमोघप्रेतस्य मृतस्थाने ओम अमोघोतस्य अमोघप्रेतस्य मृतस्थाने शिवनिमित्तं गन्धं मया धियतेतोपतिष्ठताम् गोविंदाय नमो नमः। ओम अमो गोतस्य अमोकप्रेतस्य मृत्स्थाने शिवनिमितम् ओम अमो गोतस्य अमोकप्रेतस्य मृत्स्थाने शिवनिमितम् पुष्पं मया दीयते तु प्रतिष्ठताम् पुष्पमाला मया दीयते तु प्रतिष्ठताम्। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नमो नमः। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नमो नमः। ओम अमो गोतस्य अमोकप्रेतस्य मृत्स्थाने शिवनिमितम् ओम अमो गोतस्य अमोकप्रेतस्य मृत्स्थाने शिवनिमितम् पुष्पं मया दीयते तु प्रतिष्ठताम्। Pick it up. That's fix it. ओम अमो गोतस्य अमोकप्रेतस्य मृत्स्थाने शिवनिमितम् पुष्पमाला मया दीयते तु प्रतिष्ठताम्। नारायणाय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ओम अमो गोतस्य अमोकप्रेतस्य मृत्स्थाने शिवनिमितम् ओम जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। जब चार तरफ आशा का दूर किनारा जब चार तरफ आशा का दूर और कोई न केवन वाला फिर तो ही मेरा पार करो। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा। ओम चंद्रमा मनसो जात चक्षु सूर्योजात सूर्यवान शपाश मुखादग्निर् जायतः। ओम चंद्रमा मनसो जात चक्षु सूर्योजात सूत्रवानस्य प्राणस्य मुखादग्निर् जायतः। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा। ओम चंद्रमा मनसो जात चक्षुर्सूर्यो जात श्रोत्रवानस्य प्राणस्य मुखादग्निर् जायतः। ओम यम द्वारे महाघोरे दंडेन तमसावृते त्राता तत्रालोतरन्द दिक्खो यमाय नमो नमः। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नमो नमः। ओम अमो गोतस्य अमोकप्रेतस्य मृत्स्थाने शिव निमितम् एष्टि पिंडो मया दीयते तो प्रतिष्ठताम्।
Come here. Find your right hand, fella. Find his right hand. Look at it in your right hand.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नमो नमः।
Open your right hand. This two fingers here, right? On top you can. Right? Ready? Bring your hands up. Right. Good. Very good. Shake it off. Shake out your hand. Very good. Cover back the finger. Cover close on this one.
Prem Sabalo Sri Vrindavan Bihalal Ki. Jai Sitaram, everyone. So of course this morning we are here of course to pay tribute to my god brother, and of course I know him as Allan, but his name, up till now I can't remember his first name. So his first name, because it's so called, everybody have a nickname, right? So Narinepersad Bisnath. And firstly, up to my god brothers who are here, and his nephews, his wife and his children, and to all of you who are here of course this morning, I say welcome and Sitaram. We are here to witness what is called the Antyeshti Sanskar. In Sanskrit, Antyeshti means death or funeral. What is called the funeral rites for my brother that is no more in this material world. In the scriptures, of course, Bhagavan Sri Krishna make mentions of a particular sloka, that Dharam Chetre Kuruk Chetre Samaveta Yutsavaha Mamakaha Pandavaschaiva Kim Kurvat Sanjaya. Bhagavan tells Arjuna that this world, and there are many police officers here this morning, so I would like to say Sitaram and Swagatam to them. In the world, this world is like a battlefield. This is what Bhagavan Krishna tells Arjuna. Kuruk Dharam Chetre means a war of righteousness. Kurukshetra was the actual war that takes place between good and evil, between the Pandavas and the Kauravas. And this world, my dear friends, is but like a battlefield for righteousness. Meaning that as Hindus, as Muslims, as human beings, we always have to try to do what is right. When we are human beings, we will make mistakes from time to time in everything that we do. But always know that God is beyond everything. And this material birth signifies that. In our scriptures, it said that the human birth is the only birth that can achieve what is called salvation or mukti. And how that happens is karma. I don't know what is the meaning of karma. Anybody can tell me what is the meaning of karma here this morning? Karma means actions. That was determine your birth. This life is temporary, All of our jobs are temporary. All of our positions are temporary. You think when you die and you go by God, you could tell him you was a pundit, or you was a teacher, or you was a police, and you will back your job in the next life? You don't have no power there. This life is temporary. Whatever you have in this life, whatever you own in this life, when you reach in this position, you have to give it all up. So what are we fighting for? What are we fighting for? What are we building negative relationships for? Why are there strives and strips between families and friends? When at the end of the day, when we go home, is you and you alone have to fight that war with God. This is the morality of life. And this is why Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, Dharam Chetre. This world is but a world of war. And you and I have to know what is right or wrong. And that is how we get good. Based on your good karma and your bad karma, Bhagavan weighs it on a scale. God puts it on a scale. If you do good or you do bad, that determines your birth in the next life. This is what Bhagavan says. There's nothing. This material body will die, it will be burnt just now. And all the elements that are found within the body will go back to where it came from. Water into water, fire into fire, ether into ether, earth into earth. The material body is changed into a different state. But the life inside the body does not change. But Bhagavan says, Jatasya Mrityu Druhi. Everybody say that after me. Jatasya Mrityu Druhi. You know what that means? That once we are born in this world, my friends, we have to die. Once we are born into this world, once we take birth in the material world, we have to die. We are not going to live here and build stone. We have to die one day. And it's that defining moment that makes us different. And the soul, Bhagavan says, inside this body, inside all of us, it cannot drown in water, you can't burn it with fire, you can't dry it up with air. Because that soul inside of the heart is a little connection of Paramatma, which is God. And always remember that soul inside is trying to go back to God. This material body is like the vehicle. You know, see the police officers have some new brand vehicles this morning. I say, what? The government treating them nice. But if they're in a 2 months' time or in a few years' time, what happened to that same vehicle? They can call the government for some more. So too, when you do good things in life, and that karma is written in something called the Akashic records, and don't feel God will see what we do, my dear friends. Even behind closed door, God will see what we do. That is recorded. And depending on how you live your life, my dear friends, that road to God is either smooth or rough like the road in Trinidad. So it's what you do with your life that is good determine your birth. So therefore God takes no role. God takes no role in how you live your life. You determine that yourself. God oversees the creation, but you determine what birth you get. This is why when we get human birth, no matter what religion we come from, no matter what race we come from, no matter what country we come from, try to live good. Because you determine what happens to you after death. This is very clear in the scriptures. God takes no role in that. This is what Bhagavan Krishna says. Live our lives in this world that He created, but don't abuse the world, my dear friends. Don't abuse the world. Because at the end of the day, again, all of us are going to lie in something like this one day to come. And very soon we will have a pamphlet like this with a picture on it. Right? And you think you could get up and tell people here what picture you want next picture? You think you could tell them that? Huh? Look at the bigger picture. You can't tell them that. Understand? So this is why when you live your material life in this world, try to live good. Try to live according to the laws of your religion and the laws of Sanatan Dharma. Because before we blink, all of you are going to get old. Somebody else is going to get your position in your work. And then you're going to go home. And when you go home, all of us, including myself, we have no power, my dear friends, to tell God what we want. You cause that on yourself. This is why Bhagavan Krishna says to Arjuna in chapter 15 of the Bhagavad Gita, Urdhva Moolam Adha Shakam Ashwatam Prapurabhyayam Chandam Siyasya Parnani Yastam Veda Saveda Vid. Now Bhagavan describes the world like a tree. And he says he's the root of this tree. So basically the tree wrong side. And from the root of the tree, you get the trunk, and you get the branches, and you get the leaves, etc. So Bhagavan says he is the root, and everything else in the universe is the creation. So from him everything comes, and from him everything goes back. And technically we own nothing in this world, my friends. I don't even own the skirt I have on right now. That belongs to God. That belongs to God. So what will us fight for at the end of the day? What will us fight for? All the sin is yours. At the end of the day, it's not yours, it's God one. It's God one. Why it is that human beings are considered to be a very bright species, but yet sometimes they're worse than an animal. They're worse than an animal. Why it is? And we consider ourselves to be bright. But we are really bright enough. We're just academics. You understand? So this is what Bhagavan Krishna says. He says that I am the root of everything. Hey Arjuna, I own all the creation. And however my devotees should choose to worship me, I give them back the same lesson. Don't wait and it is too late to call the name of your God. Whatever form you worship. Because it's that is the medicine. That is the remedy to save the soul when it's time to go. Just like Allan this morning. You know when it says in the Garud Puran, one of our scriptures, that when the soul comes out of the human body, my dear friends, it's very painful. It's like an elephant inspector going through the eye of a needle. That's how the pain feels. It takes a few seconds for the life to come out of the body, even less than that. But the person who's experiencing that pain feels like forever. But you know what brings comfort to that soul? The name of God. The name of God. This is why don't wait until it's too late to chant the name of God. Don't wait until it's too late to live good with people. Don't wait until it's good to mend issues and to be like family. This is what family is, you know. A family is allowed to quarrel. A family is allowed to quarrel and probably say words at each other. But a family, my dear friends, is not allowed to neglect each other and disown each other. That is why we have family. If God had wanted to have a family, He would have let us stay alone. Understand? This is why we should have family. Family, that is God too. Treating each other good. Doing prayers and offering dar and lighting diya is just one part, you know, my dear friends. But you see, living good with family, and trying to be good and being noble and being pious in this world, that is also God. And if you can't do that, well, I can help you. You know, and you know, Allan was a fellow like that. Anytime me and my father, he christened my father, and their mother, Allan's mother and father, would have been christened my grandfather. That's to tell you how this relation goes. And from my grandfather, my father, and now myself. This is our relationship with about years, when these fellas was babies. And Ravi's a police as well. When these fellas was babies. And anything I call Allan for, you know, Inspector, one day I go on driving on the highway. I even know my license expired. I driving, me ain't paying attention to it. And the police put me over, I said, well, I'm going to call Allan, boy. And so I driving with the prayers, just like this in the same clothes, but I'm so busy, I didn't even realize my license expired. I say, hey boss, hold it. When he said, but when did this thing expire? I say, hold on, I'm going to make a call. And the man helped me out, right? This is the type of fella he was. This is the type of fella he was. But I know who I will call now, I'll take your phone number. Huh? I know who I will call now, I'll take your phone number. But the point is not what I experienced, but the point is this is the type of fella this guy was. And you know the scriptures, there's a book called the Manusmriti in Hinduism. The Manusmriti is a book that has a set of laws. You know how the police service have laws? We have laws too in religion, which is very important. That laws on how to live. And it speaks of people who serve the country. It speaks of individuals who serve the country as well. You know, it speaks of people who are pious and people who protect their land and people who serve their country. That's what the law speaks of. And for he serving his country is a lot of blessings, my dear friends. Protecting people is a lot of blessings. God knows, you know, but doing it in a pious and a noble way. And this is what Bhagavan Shri Krishna says to Arjuna. Live your lives according to your religion, the faith that you follow, and be protected and guided by it. And when time to leave this world, the process will be very easy. This is what Bhagavan Krishna says. You know, one more talk that I want to leave you all with. In the Ramayana, one of our books, Sri Ram, God, even God see trouble. And God, so much trouble that he faced that even he got his own wife, Sita Mata, kidnapped by Ravan. You all know that. And in the process of doing so, there was a bird, a vulture. You know it's a kobo, right? A vulture that tried to save Mata Sita. And in the process of saving Mata Sita, he got his 2 wings cut off. And began to bleed. Ravan, the evil king, cut off his 2 wings for trying to save Sita Mata. And he kept his life in his body to see Sri Ram come in. So Ram asked him, he says, how come you lie down in this spot and you've been so much pain? He said, Lord, I have to wait here with all this pain. Even though my 2 wings are cut off by Ravan, I wait here just for you to come to tell you what happened with Mata Sita. And he took that pain. You know what the Lord did, my dear friends? He took the head of that bird, he rested on top of his lap and he began to pat the head. And all the pain of that bird disappeared. That is the power of prayer. That is the power of prayer when we see trouble. Who don't see trouble in life? Raise your hand. Oh, I'm a teacher by profession, so I stop plenty. Who don't see trouble in life? Raise your hand. Everybody sees some trouble. If God could see trouble, who's you and I? Huh? If God could see so much trouble, who's you and I? And we know what Sri Ram did, my dear friends? He went so much further that to save this animal, he also performed the funeral rites of the animal. We just feel hard to do the funeral rites of our own blood. If the Lord could do the funeral rites for a kobo, and we just feel hard to do for your own family, that says a lot. Huh? That says a lot how we live in society today. And it's only going to get worse, and I really don't want to be around when that happens. I wouldn't be here. The world is getting dark, and it will get more dark. But we have to try to save it. We have to try to save the world. And this is just morality of life, my dear friends. So as I leave this particular discussion, my simple analogy is try to do a little more prayer in your life. Put God in your life a little bit. If you're a Hindu, try to fast a little bit, at least one time for the week, and offer light a little diya, and offer a little dar in the name of God. It can help you. If you follow the other faiths, don't forget your God. Do not forget your God. Try to include God in your life every day. And that will help you when you leave this world, my dear friends. That will help you. Do not use the material world just for your own gain and forget God. It's because of God you get all that thing, all these things. So my little message this morning, of course, is try to incorporate God in your life a little bit. Don't forget God. And most importantly, try to live good. Because at the end of the day, again, we're going to end up in this position. And you know, nobody can walk with you in this road, you know. You alone have to go. You alone have to go in this road. Nobody can come, we can't get no escort and thing to go in this road. When you go, you alone have to battle with God. And it's what you do good with your life, that will contribute to how you travel. What you do bad with your life, that is how you go pay. So try to live good. Try to be a human. That is the message. Try to be a human. And you know what a human does? A human builds love to each other. We live in love. We live in harmony. Understand? And we try to do good at all times. And these simple things, my dear friends, will allow us to go to God when we leave this world. Simply living good. And this is my message this morning. Vrindavan Bihalila Liki Jai. Now, before we continue with the ceremony, there are a few speeches, of course, that has to be given. And I will call the first family member who will do the eulogy. He's doing the eulogy, right? The eulogy, and then we will move on. I believe there are a few people here to speak, but my dear friends, we have to reach at the cremation site for 10:30 because of the fact that there is the military part and of course the next part of the service, so we have to be very prompt with our timing. So again, anytime I get in trouble in the highway, officers, I still call my brother. I want to take all of their phone number. Come this side, boy.
Hi, morning everyone. I just wanted to take time out to thank each and every one of you for coming out here this morning to support the family of the late my uncle Mr. Narinepersad Bisnath, or as I would call him, Uncle Fred. And I'm sure many of you know him by a lot of different names. He was that kind of man. He had many names. Fred, Allan, Kai, Chief, Bis, and so much more. He was a very respected man, intelligent, hardworking, and kind. But these are just some of the qualities that made him so very beloved by us all. He was not a perfect man, no, but he was a good one. Growing up, he was the 9th child of 13 children, born on the 1st of October 1978 to his parents, father Mr. Fyzabad Bisnath, also called Roland, and his mother, Margaret Bisnath, also called Tulsi. He lost his father at a very young age, and he had to work in order to support himself and his other siblings. He did all of this while balancing his early and late academic life. He enjoyed many activities, such as fishing, which he was very fond of, and hunting with his siblings and friends. In his younger days, he would play games like police and thief with his siblings. And needless to say, he always wanted to be the police. Even in his spare time, he would read mystery detective books. Among his favorites were the Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew series. He went to his primary school at the Clark Road Hindu Primary School between 1983 and 1990. After writing common entrance, he would have went to the Palo Seco Secondary School where he wrote his CXC. From there he went on to Barapo Secondary School and did his A-levels. And after being successful even there, immediately after, on the 9th of March 1998, he joined the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. And for the better part of the next 20 years, this man dedicated his life to the service, to the country, and worked hard to protect us all. He achieved many ranks, many honors, and many accolades in his time there. Even after that, he continued to pursue his education. He wanted to further his studies. I recall him signing up for his masters, which undoubtedly he would have achieved. I know he was that type of man. He was always very serious when it came to matters of his work, and he wouldn't speak much of it to his family, and understandably so. He loved his job with a passion. He was proud to be what he was. However, when it came to his family and his relatives, there was a very different side to him. Maybe not many of you would have seen this, but he was also a very kind and caring man, and there was a gentle side to him. He was married to his beloved wife Shamala on the 8th of April 2007, and sadly today is the 8th of April, what should have been a joyous day of celebration. We are now here to mourn. They had two wonderful, loving children together, Sadhana Bisnath and of course Sadil Bisnath. He loved his children more than anything. He would have done any and everything for them, no matter what. He would always speak highly of them. He was a proud father, and many a days he would spend with them doing all number of activities. He was also particularly fond of his niece, Chelsea, with whom he shared a special relationship, and which he would refer to as Uncle Pumpkin. Now, my cousin Gerard, who also had a long relationship with him, would like to say a few words as well. So I would pass you over to him, and he will take it from there.
Sitaram and morning to everyone. He was also present for all family functions, and I will forever know him as the first person to visit me in the hospital when I was born. He was a true family man, always ready for a chat and a laugh. One thing though, he was a man you could never win in an argument. Hence the reason he was affectionately given the nickname Mr. Right, or sometimes even Right Foot. He wasn't very fond of both. Sometimes he would get visibly annoyed if people call him Right Foot or Mr. Right. He was a true role model to his children, siblings, and all of his nieces and nephews, and was ready and willing to help and be there for his family and friends, no matter the situation. He always put the welfare of others before himself. He was also known to be a real card player, especially all fours. He enjoyed many other things, such as fishing, hunting, cooking, and spending quality time with his loved ones. Thank you, Uncle Allan, for remembering your family and for showing each and every one of us that we can achieve anything once we set our hearts and minds to it. I will miss you dearly, and I know that everyone here will as well. I ask us to remember him for all the good times he shared with each and every one of us. And I want to thank him for all those precious moments and memories that he blessed us with and that we will forever recall. Thank you.
Vrindavan Bihalila Laki Jai. So at this point in time, before we move on, of course, with our ceremony this morning, he was very fond of the police service. I know that personally. And what made him genuine that he was humble. If you all realize in his speech, he grew up in Clark Road and he went to Clark Road English School. And that area, he didn't say, well, I'm the police and I have so much position in my job. I'm aligning with them fellas in the junction. No. He was so humble and he was so down to earth that no matter if he come there, he will align with everybody no matter where they come from. Most importantly, his mother. And these guys' mother and grandmother would have played a very huge role in their success. I know that lady from since I was smaller than this child, going with my father to do prayers by their house. And every time she talked to me, she goes, "This son, you know that your brother them, and I want them to do good. I don't want my son and fight and quarreling with each other. And I want to live like brothers." And this is the thought of that mother. And I just want them to remember the thought of their mother before we go forward. Remember what she said. You all need to live like one. This lady would not want any kind of separation with her children. I always remember how humble her mother was. Their mother, from young, became single, I believe. And guys, from young, their father passed away. And that mother had no education. Just remember this, mother have no education, but plant rice, cut cane, and send all these guys to school. Some of them became engineers, some of them became working in the court, some of them became businessmen, contractors, some of them became police. And that, because of by who? That mother. That mother couldn't read properly, she couldn't write properly, but you know what? She worked hard to send, how much children are there, Nisha? 13 children to school. And nowadays, people have 4 or 5 degrees and they can't mind one child. But a mother who couldn't read, couldn't write, worked hard, sent everybody to school. This is what I want to make you all remember as well. If your parents are not here, you still need to be like this, concrete. And always remember that. So without further ado, I would like to invite ASP Nanan, who would have known my brother very well. I would like him to say a few words.
Namaste. Assalamu alaikum. A pleasant good morning to everyone. All protocols observed. Today I bring salutations from the Office of the Commissioner of Police, Ms. Ulla Christopher, and our Executive, and Trinidad Tobago Police Service. The Executive of the Southwestern and Southern Division, under the command of ACP Lucia Winchester, and headed respectively by Senior Superintendent Anthony Remy and Senior Superintendent Richard Smith. In addition to these salutations, I bring words of comfort to the bereaved family in the passing of number 14358, Corporal Narinepersad Bisnath, whom I have known personally for quite some years. He worked under my command in the Southern Division, and he also worked in Southwestern Division. I think that was his last posting before he went to further his studies. We had a personal relationship apart from professional. Being a supervisor, we never had that existing to say, well, I'm his boss, he's my subordinate. No. But that was, we were personal, and the last time I saw him was indeed not a pleasant picture, because the illness got the better of him, and I saw him at the Siparia police station. That was just personal, that I just wanted to mention that. One of his brothers is still under my command, at the police station. Again, full support to the TTPS. And I want to say hats off to those of you who are serving in the TTPS. And God bless you for that wonderful service. What is debt? One scripture describes debt as gain, as profit. Death is the second most event in this existence. The second most feared. The first most feared is change. People don't like to get change. They like to change. But death is the second most feared event in the life of a human existence. So when death occurs, what do you say to the bereaved family who has suffered this loss? Do you say to them, don't cry, don't weep, don't mourn, don't be sad? No, you can't say that to them. Because death is the only inevitable event in this life. It is the only sure thing that is going to happen. Nothing else is sure in this world except death. How we understand and deal with it is what matters. So I said to the bereaved family, to his wife, his children, his brothers, and all those of the siblings, and all those may be affected in one way or the other with the passing of Corporal Narinepersad Bisnath. Go ahead, cry, weep, mourn, and some may even get angry. That's okay, that's emotional, that's human emotions. That's okay to do that. Right? Just get it all out. And relieve yourself from the inner feeling of pain and anxiety because of what happened to our brother. But when that is done, just remember that life goes on. You have to live and continue the legacy that Corporal Bisnath had left. Death is just another stage in life of a human being. It is a graduation from this life to another divine calling. The real Narinepersad Bisnath is not there. What has died is the earthly connection with the things and people of this world. 44 years of earthly connection and relationship, acquisition of education, elevation, wealth, and all that the secular world afforded him, that has ended, not his soul. From the mother's womb into this world, then entered kindergarten school, primary school, colleges, landed a job, got married, had children, and then his children will start the same trend. Stages in life, always graduated from birth. So in the midst of the sadness and sorrow, weeping and anxiety and mourning, I say to you, be of good cheer. Have courage, have faith, believe in Almighty God to pilot your journey in this trying time. Let your hair down and live again. Know that one day we too shall have to walk this road. Learn from the challenges of the past. Continue to build and strengthen existing and new relationships. Unite as a family. With the challenges that you have faced, you build your character to conquer these challenges. At the same time, look above to God from when cometh your help, and conquer these challenges. Learn to laugh again. Socialize. Let the good times you had with him be etched in your memory. And as a legendary Bob Marley sang with such sweet refrain, don't you worry about a thing, because every little thing is going to be all right. Look for the three little birds that said that to him, and look for the goodness in life. So once again, look and observe the wonders of God's creation. So on behalf again of the executive of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, salutations, and may God shower all his choicest blessings on the Bisnath family friends and well-wishers. God bless you and thank you.
Vrindavan, at this point in time, we have to reach at the cremation site for 10:30, so it will take us a bit to reach there. At this point in time, I just open the floor for 5 minutes. If anybody would like to give their remarks on their relationship, of course, with Kai. His nickname was Kai as well, with Kai. And before, of course, I invite everybody to come up and pay their respects of viewing the body. If not, we will go straight to the viewing and we will continue. If not, I would like to invite the wife of my brother to come forth to do part of the ritual, and then of course we will move on into the viewing of the body. When you are viewing, my dear friends, just remember, the law says we can be without mask now, but still there's COVID, so please pace yourself when you're coming up. And you know, like human beings don't like to listen, and I just get real mad for that. In school too, I just get mad. When you're coming up, come up in a very ordered manner, please. Come view the body and make the circle and go around and return to your seat. Everybody understand that? Yes or no? Yes. In school I'll get yes, sir. But everybody understand that, right? So we'll start with the family first, with the wife, then the family members, and then of course his friends and the wider community. Vrindavan, Allan. Hari Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Chandrama Manaso Jata Chakshutsu Jivadayata Sotra Vanasha Pranasha Mukadati Ragayata. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namo Namaha. Om Kasture Dalakandalat Potale Vakshastale Kaustubam Nasave Valamautikam Karatale Venurikarikankanam Saravangi Harichandanam Sularam Gandhe Chamuktavi Gopastre Pariveshto Madhyate Gopal Chudamanam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namo Namaha. Om Chandrama Manasu Jata Chakshutsu Jodata Sotra Vanasha Pranasha Mukha Jakne Rajayataha. Now, of course, I invite family members, brothers, sisters, nephew, cousins, of course, to pay their respects, and then, of course, friends and extended family members. Come on, come on, come on.
जब चार तरफ दियारा आशा करूर किनारा जब चार तरफ दियारा आशा करूर किनारा और कोई न केवल हारा जय Jai Krishna, Hare Krishna, Jai 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 Krishna, Hare जो चाहे तो सब कुछ करे विश्व को नियम करे जो चाहे तो सब कुछ करे विश्व को भी पूरा न करे सबकी आशा जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे ओके जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे जय 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 कृष्ण
कैलेंडर ब्लॉक में एक्सेस
पावत जन भक्तन उर चंदन पावत जन भक्तन उर चंदन बंधु चरण कमल रघुनंदन बंधु चरण कमल रघुनंदन अवर नित्य विराजत अवर नित्य विराजत जनक सुता यत दूषणि कन्दन जनक सुता यत दूषणि कन्दन चरण कमल रघुनन्दन बंदो चरण कमल रघुनन्दन दीन ताप और जन्म मरण भयो दीन ताप और जन्म मरण भयो दूरत करता जन में जनरंजन दूर करता जन में जनरंजन ओ चरण कमल रघुनन्दन बंदो चरण कमल रघुनन्दन बंदो चरण कमल रघुनन्दन भक्तन भक्त चरण में भगवान कृपा करे सेवक कृपा करे सेवक भय चरण कमल रघुनन्दन बंदो चरण कमल
Krishna Govinda Hare Murari
Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Nath Narayana Vasudeva Nath Narayana Vasudeva Nath Narayana Vasudeva
Much voice.
Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Nath Narayana Vasudeva Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Nath Narayana Vasudeva Nath
Vrindavan Bialal ki. Let's all stand for we're standing. Let's stand, put our hands together. Close our eyes and bow our heads in prayer. Actually, of course, cooperate with us at this point in time. As we put our hands together and you all close our eyes and we, of course, quiet down a bit as we have come to the end of this morning's ceremony. For this part, of course, before we make our way to the cremation site. So we put our hands together, we close our eyes, and we bow our heads in prayer. Hari Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namo Namaha Anadani Nano Deva Shankha Chakra Gadadara Akshaya Pundarikaksha Preta Moksha Pradobhava Krishna Krishna Kripalo Twamma Gatirinam Gatiribhava Sansada Vastanam Prasira Purushottama Om Tat Sat Preta Atma Shanti Tat Sat Preta Atma Shanti Tat Sat Preta Atma Shanti Ram Nam Satya Ram Nam Satya Ram Nam Satya Satya से got here. We keep standing as we prepare our way. As we prepare ourselves, of course, to go to the cremation site. There are a few things we have to do here first, and then of course we will go to the cremation site. Right? Take out the box, stand right here. Fellas, I'm taking on the box on the rest of the right here where you close it. That's right. Yeah. Fellas, keep the box here. Just a little. Give so much to put it down. That's not. Put it in. Put it. Some. We try one side and like this. They hold it. Thumbs up, take the spin out. Om Namo Bodhasya Mokritasya Dwadeshu Panditmidam Vishnu Devova Eshtipilu Mayadhyati Prabhu Patishtata Vajnansanyam.
Open your right hand for my nose. Water. Your right hand till fall on top of the finger. Om Kagutrasyam Pretasya Tilto Yam Mayadhyati Tau Patishtatam. Right, good, shake it up. Cup.
Take out the box, fellas. Watchman, I'll just stop in. Just in front of the coat, right? Yeah. Hold it, take the cloth and hold it like this. Ram Nam. Ram Nam. Ram Nam. Ram Nam. Ram Nam. Ram Nam.
Ram Nam. Ram Nam. Ram Nam. Ram Nam. Ram Nam.
Stop right. Stop the living room.
Right here.
Put it on easy.
Down.
Do the same thing again. Touch the water. Oh, Mama, nice one, give it now. Light it up there.
it down like that. Yeah. She drinking water across the from there, right? Take it down and catch up on the yard. Take up the next spin up from this hand. Take a spin up from right on this one. Sure. Some take up the spin up from. Right. This is in the 4 pieces. This is the 4.
Break it into 4 pieces.
Let's take out the spin up.
Break it into 4. Break it in half first. Right, and then break the half center. Right. Piece to the front.
Spell fast. Watch spell behind everybody.
Over everybody here.
Spell fast. No. So watch my hand by the tree, coconut tree.
Good.
Right, that. Fast.
Pulse up.
Right, that.
Pulse to the back of you.
Right,
Very
take
good.
the next spin
Take the
now.
next spin now. Right.
Take your part and in your mind, right? Om Amo Bhutasya, Amo Pretasya, Chapvare Ketchar, Imitamishki Pindu Mayadhyate, No Patishtatam. Everybody was?
Uncle, we got to look at right side back. Right side back.
Yeah, they're right there.
Take care of that man there.
Yeah, he did me. I bring me, so I'll tell me.
Alright, make sure everything. I'm still awake. Quando ele mais leva no barrigo de final. Ram Nam. Ram Nam. Boleh salut. Nabai. Udah pakai Roy. Pull it out now. Yeah. Keep on there, Ram Nam. Ram Nam. Ram Nam. Pull a stick. Bill. Pull up. Wrong man.
Same thing, guys.
Ram, go to America.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beda mas.
Hang on, let's take up to here. Just give it a minute.
Officers are driving our goal to Allan, or they might see me blinking to try and pass on it. Thanks. Officer, if you see a goal to Allan blinking to try and pass, I'm here.
To try and pass?
To try and pass.
Well, you can't pass. I could tell you them police will allow you.
Alright.
Now you're fast. Mom, what's your back? Come. Come back.
Watch out here, Jan. Yeah, do you watch out there?
Jimmy? Alright, we'll come with you, right?
Mas eu tenho que responder.
Right. Straight east. And wait. Yeah, come in. Come in.